Hey everyone, my name is Dwayne Manning. I'm the Region 1 Safety Manager, and we're going to talk for just a few minutes about how to clean your vehicle. We're going to talk about some chemicals that we have and some things that's good and not so good to use for cleaning your vehicle. This glass cleaner has ammonia in it, and so a lot of our newer vehicles may have touch screens. That ammonia, it does a real good job of taking that film off of the touch screen, so not a good thing to be using. Hydrogen peroxide, not the best to use on fabric surfaces. As we move on, these are some things that we would love to be using. We know these are in very short supply these days, so to be able to get your hands on Microban, which is similar to Lysol, or to be able to get your hand on some Lysol cleaning wipes that we use a lot of, those are going to be in short supply. What we do have a lot of is either antibacterial hand soap that we can find pretty regularly. We can use that, and this is what we'll see much of as much as anything. It's just your bleach concentrate, which is a 1/3 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water, and we'll use that as a great disinfectant that we'll use to clean most of our vehicles. Works great for work trucks. The only thing that we'll have to watch if you're in vehicles that have fabric or cloth seats, you'll need to watch that. And also, one thing that we're using with the bleach concentrate is if you're spraying that on, be careful not to get that on your clothes as well. But we'll go through and look at some touch spots to clean inside the vehicle as well. As we move into the inside of the vehicle, we've got our cleaning solution here. We got our rag. So let's go ahead and get spritzed up here. Cleaning solution, plenty of that. Steering wheel, let's go ahead and hit that real good. CarRentals.com says steering wheels are 3.5 times dirtier than public toilet seats. We want to make sure we get that good. Gear selector, turn signal stalks are a big one here. Clean that real good. Radio knobs. Want to be careful with our bleach solution if we have touch screens, not to get those. Any surfaces inside the vehicle that we touch on a regular basis, want to make sure we hit all of those. Vents are a big deal. We usually touch those. Rear view mirrors, make sure we get all in and around that. See our radios, radio handles, radio receivers, get those. If we need more solution, we can do that. Cup holders, armrests. We want to get these covered real good. Any of these touch surfaces that we have inside the vehicle. And we'll finish up here. This is just now, again, just kind of a quick go through for sake of the video. You might want to do a more thorough cleaning. Dash is always a good one. Dash is where a lot of air is recirculated through the cabin of the vehicle. So make sure we get the dash real good. We may have to go around, for just purposes of the video, for your cleaning, you may have to go around and get the other side. As we exit the vehicle, we'll make sure we get our door handles here, armrest, get our seat adjuster right here under the seat. If we've touched that, hit this here. And most importantly, we're gonna surely get in and out of the vehicle every single time with our seat belt. Get that right there real good. And as we finally exit the vehicle, hit this outside doorknob or door handle, and then we should be good to go. So we got our regular vehicle. So if we move to our heavier trucks and heavier equipment, it's going to be the same touch points as our smaller vehicles. You're going to have the steering wheel, the seat belts, things of that nature. The one thing that we want to look at on our heavy vehicles is our entering and exit. If we clean the points, we're doing our 3 points of contact where you're going to be touching, we're going to make sure that those are good and dry before we enter or exit the vehicle. We don't want to add any slip or trip hazards getting in or out of the vehicle. So we'll make sure those are good and dry before we enter or exit. So we talked about our touch points on our vehicle and cleaning those. Very similar process for our hand tools and power tools. Same process applies. So what we want to do is get all the touch points here. So if we're going with our chainsaw here, we want to get our cleaning solution, get our chain brake on top. Any kind of touch points we have, we get our bar on this side, we get our pull start. And here, and we get our handle on the very end. Get those good and clean. Go to our cordless drill before we finish our day and before we start our next shift. Any kind of touch points that we'd have on that piece of equipment, we want to get that good and clean before our shift to make sure that it's clean before we start. And if we're going to pass that tool off to somebody else, make sure it's clean at the end of our shift as well. Then we should be good to go. So we've got our vehicle clean, and we're going to talk for just a few minutes about how to transition from work to home. So one of the things we want to do, our vehicle's clean, probably a good idea to go ahead and hit some hand sanitizer. Our vehicle is all clean and shined up, germ-free, we hope, so we're good to go on that. Get our hands good and clean as we exit the vehicle. The next thing we got is our shoes, our boots. We probably want to go ahead and get those off before we get in the house. Don't track in any mud or any germs that we may have. You might find a tote, cardboard box would suffice just the same. Take that, and before we track them in the house, might leave them in the garage or just leave them outside, whatever you want to do with that before we bring them inside the house. Take those off, come on in the house, and then probably better to hit the showers earlier than later. Go ahead and hit the showers, take your clothes and put those in a separate laundry basket than the regular clothes in the house, and probably wash those sooner than later as well. We get done with that, get our showers, we got our clothes separated, throw our clothes in the wash. You might want to go back in and hit those doorknobs and door handles as we came in the house. And that should take care of it. We've talked about our vehicle. We talked about transitioning from work to home. We gave you some cleanliness tips on what to do. And so we hope these are some things that we can use in your day-to-day walk and what we're dealing with as we work here at TDOT. So thank you for what you do. Appreciate it. And please stay safe for all the right reasons. Thank you.